Okay, this is editing, Christine. I am so sorry, but grab you a snack and something to drink because this video is a little bit long. It is a how-to video, so I can't really shorten anything down, but please enjoy. Good afternoon, YouTube. Whoa! All right, y'all. I have been asked by the lovely Andi over at Andi Does Stuff if I would show y'all and do like a full video of how I do my dip nails. I want to preface this by saying this is how I do it. There's several different ways to do it, but this is how I do it, and it has been working. My nails are growing. I had a catastrophe. We lost a nail. It's fine. This hand always grows back faster than this one, and that is because I'm right-handed, and this hand gets abused constantly. Water, scrubbing, it's everything, okay? This nail has grown out so much. It used to be a little stub, kind of like this one, but worse. So this one has grown out. All of these have grown out. You guys know I had the greenies. It's almost grown out completely. I'd say one more month and then we can put dip powder back on her as well. We'll talk more about the greenies in just a little bit. But they have been growing out and they're so beautiful and I stinking love them. Let's go real quick into what you're going to need to do the dip nails. You are going to need the UV lamp. You're going to need a base coat and a top coat. Of course, your dip powder. I use the one from Amazon. It's from Beetles. $7. I tell you guys that all the time. $7 on Amazon. Now that being said, there are several different colors of dip powder that you can get. Ooh, lost one. These are all from Amber Dips a Lot. I will leave her linked in the description. She does very colorful dip powders. Some of these are glow in the dark. You got some bright ones, some sparkly pink ones. I mean, you could get, here's these ones here. You can get a colored dip powder from Amazon as well, but I do have some from Amber Dips a Lot. They're really great. I prefer a clear dip polish because I like to change out my nail polishes and do some nail art. So I can do a fill with my clear polish. Nope. My clear nail powder, dip powder, hello. So I use a clear or a translucent. That's why I don't do the actual colored ones. Because once you do a colored one, you have to take the whole thing off. I prefer not to do that all the time because I kind of like to switch things up a lot. So clear is what we're going to use. A buffer, and then I do have a grittier one for shaping. You're going to want a little floofy brush, and then I have this guy, but you can use an orange stick, and I'm just going to clean up the edges because you don't want the dip powder right at your cuticle. So this is what I use. You can use an orange stick. It's a lot cheaper. This just came in a set, So I just use that. And you're going to want some rubbing alcohol. Okay, let's get started, shall we? I want the base first, yes. Okay, I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way. Now, the first thing you want to do, the very first thing you want to do is wash your hands with hot, soapy water. Let them completely dry. This is where it's very important. You need your nails to be completely dry. The whole reason I ended up with greenies on this nail is that the nail started to lift. That was my mistake. I will say that right now. I didn't know what I now know. I'm going to try and make this fast, you guys. The lifting, you want to make sure your nails don't lift. If they start to lift someplace, take it off. Because the water and the moisture gets trapped in between the dip powder nail and your natural nail. And I mean greenies, you guys, it's mold, okay? It's mold. And I got lucky. I got so lucky. I took my dip powder nail off and I saw it right away. So all you want to do is when you're changing out, first of all, I don't dip this nail right now. No dip powder on this nail at all. This is just going to get nail polish. And I'm going to make sure I get a lot of rubbing alcohol on it as well. And I just keep doing rubbing alcohol. I file it down a little bit. It grows out. I cut it off. As soon as the greeny part is the stained part is completely gone, then I can go back and re-dip. Right now, I have to wait. So, she will not get dipped, but the rest of them will. All right, so we've washed our hands with hot soapy water. Nails are completely dry. Okay. We're just going to take our buffer and just lightly buff our nail. I'm going to do my thumb with you guys and maybe one other nail, but you're just going to buff this nail. Okay. And you can, if you want to, shape it now or later. It's completely up to you. I pretty much have it set where I want it. I just try and get it like at least away, like the edges, the corners. So that's done. You're gonna take some rubbing alcohol. If you have the swabs, that's fine too. I just have a little spritz bottle. Okay, let that dry. That's going to work as a dehydrator. Okay, so now we're going to start. This could not be any easier. In fact, Amber Dips a Lot is the one that helped me, Amber, a lot with this. So I greatly appreciate her for that. So I've got the Madam Glam Soak Off Base Coat. Now I do have a peel off base coat and I really haven't dived into it too much. I probably should, especially for this one. It would make it a lot easier, but we're going to do this one here. So you're going to take your base coat, gel base coat, and you don't want to get too far back. Just like that. Very thin layer. Make sure I'm in frame. Try not to get the gel polish on your skin. Wherever you put this base coat is where the powder will adhere. Y'all know I have a hard time seeing, so give me 1 second. I'm like so hyper focused. Okay. So now I'm just going to take the dip powder and just stick your thumb in there. Make sure everything gets nice and coated. You can take a spoon and like scoop it on, especially if you're doing clients, you want to do that. I don't do clients. I am not a nail technician. I taught myself. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I asked Amber a lot of questions. That poor lady probably thinks I'm crazy, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to list Amber. She has a YouTube channel. She has Instagram. I want to say she has a full-on website. Okay, we're just going to close that up. Just take your time with it. Let the powder soak in to your polish, okay? Just let it hang out, soak it up, do its thing, and then I'm just going to go in with this side here. Can you guys see what I'm using? Yeah. And I just use this, and I'm just going to kind of like scrape anything that may have gotten onto the skin. I just want to make sure that nothing is on that cuticle. And I might take a little extra because I like to flatten it out. Okay. This is your little brush. Just take off the excess. Now, I'm using a paper towel. Eventually, I like to get one of those square box fans that sits right here, and you do everything on top of it, and the fan sucks all the stuff down into it. Oops, sorry guys. I would like to get one of those eventually. All right, so like I said, I do like to flatten it down. Ever since I got the greenies on this finger, I always like to make sure that there's nothing that's gonna lift. Like I said, this is how I do it. There's a lot of different individuals out there who will do it differently, and that's fine. But this has worked for me. I had that one oopsie with that finger when I first started. And you gotta learn somehow. But I did catch it in time, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And now I know better. So this is how I do it, just so y'all know. I can't stress that enough. Don't come for me in the comments. You're doing it wrong. I already said I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional. Taught myself. Okay, just like that. So we got that. Now I'm going to put this under the lamp for 60 seconds. BRB. Okay, so now this is where you need to decide. Do you want to just do one coat or do you want to do two? Oh, just, you see how, did you hear how hard that is? That's what it should sound like. Okay, and everything is good. I have found personally that I need to dip twice. My nails are so thin, and you're supposed to do a nice thin layer, okay? So I'm going to dip twice, especially my right hand, because again, I am so rough I'm in everything, especially now that I'm back to swimming with the chlorine. I need to dip twice. So now that one's done. So now we're going to go and do a second coat of the gel. Nice thin layer. And if you guys would like me to show you how I take off the dip powder, then just leave me a comment that you would like to see that. And when I go to take this set off, I will record that for you. So again, nice thin layer of your base. We're just going to dip the nail, let her sit there for a few seconds, maybe move it around a little bit. You just want to make sure you get that entire nail coated. Take your time, there's no rush. You want to make sure that you get all of it. Tap it off. Now I've seen a lot of people use big coffee grounds. No, the filters, the coffee filters, and you put it in here, and that way you're not wasting any powder. But it's fine. I make sure that I get it back in the container pretty good. I'm just going to go back through again and make sure that I get this cleaned up. Make sure I don't have that on my skin. Yeah, I have to do it this way. Okay. Just like that. Go ahead and brush it off. And then I'm just gonna go, yeah, let's see. Just on the side walls there and right there by the cuticle. I just want to make sure everything gets pushed down. And then you can go back in one more time. I'm trying to make sure that it's flat. That's all I'm trying to do, is make sure it's flat. Okay, and I'm going to hit these edges one more time. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the lamp, another 60 seconds, BRB. Okay, there we go. And that is it. That is my double dip. Okay, so now it's going to be a little rough. So you're going to take your buffer and you're just going to go around your cuticle, your sidewall, and then the whole nail, and just make sure that it's nice and smooth. Just like that. Okay, so now she's nice and smooth. Now, actually, I'm going to use this. You want to do one more coat of base. Okay. And then I'm going to put this under the lamp for another 60 seconds to cure. Okay, now this is when you would do your gel polish, whatever color you want. I'm not going to do, okay, so I am going to put on my top coat. The polish that I want, I have to unbox first from Madame Glam. Because she's so pretty and I can't wait to get it on my nails. So this is a true no wipe top coat. I can't tell you how many I've tried, and there's still a sticky layer that you have to wipe off, but not with this one, and I love it so much. I need to get some more. Madame Glam, I have their VIP. I get PR from them, and I have their VIP monthly subscription. So my next monthly subscription, I've got to get another top coat and another base coat because I use them all the time. And I'm almost out. So I'm just going to take my little thingy here. I don't even know what the hell it's called. Just going to make sure I didn't get anything on my skin. Make sure everything's good. Okay. I'm going to pop this in the lamp for 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay. And it is a true no wipe. So when I go to actually do my unboxing, what I'll do is I'll take that top layer off and then do my nail polish. So that's it. That's how I do my dip nails. They're nice and strong. It's not bending. See that? That's how I do my dip polish, dip powder. And then I'll go in, wash my hands, hot soapy water. Oops. And then I'll take my nail oil, cuticle oil, and put it on my cuticles, rub everything in, get some moisture back into my fingers, and that is it. Hopefully this was helpful. I will leave Amber and Andi, sorry honey, both linked in the descriptions. Please go check out their YouTube channels. Check out, if you want colored dip powders, check out Amber Dips a Lot. She's got some really great colors, and there's lots of them, and she's always creating new ones. So until later, until next time, see y'all later. Bye.